Good morning. It's Wednesday, July 31st, and one of the major organizations in this country that in my mind has contributed greatly, heavily, to the gun violence that exists in this country. Gun violence may be, in my mind, the major civil problem that we have in this country among many other problems. And this problem is exacerbated by the fact that we have an organization called the NRA, the National Rifle Association, that caters to gun owners. And the leaders of that organization have been, how shall I say it, stealing money from the organization for many years. And Wayne LaPierre, the major head of that organization for over 30 years, has finally been banned from heading it and fined $4.4 million for rifling funds for his own use. And his assistant, who I don't remember his name, has also been fined $2 million for his stealing of funds from the NRA. So in light of all of these facts, Letitia James, who is the New York Attorney General, has attempted to have a monitor assigned to watch the activities of the NRA. But the judge who was acting in this case has declined to appoint a monitor for the NRA. But he did bar Wayne LaPierre from working with this organization for at least 10 years. Now, he said in his action, the judge, that the state's request for a monitor was not the correct remedy. It was suggesting the outside oversight mechanism would be time-consuming and disruptive and will impose significant cost on the NRA without creating corresponding benefits. Now, that's a sentence of pure hogwash in my mind. Why? Why would it be time-consuming to have somebody watching the activities of this organization? Why can't it be set up properly so that it's not a big expense? A couple $100,000 a year for a leader who will take care to make sure that the NRA acts in the best interests of the country, not in the best interests of the gun owners. Is that a difficult thing to put in place? Obviously, the judge believes so. And the NRA is not what it used to be. They have come under fire. In the last 5 years, they have lost almost 2 million members. And the judge also said he was concerned about curtailing speech against the organization. He wants to maintain that there is no speech-chilling government intrusion on the affairs of the organization. Well, why should they come under fire if they do things that are the antithesis of what this general population needs? The NRA inadvertently contributes to the gun violence that exists in this country. There's no question about that in my mind. When we have more mass shootings than there are days in the month, every single month, I believe that the NRA is an innocent contributed to that entire environment. Because they are fighting for the right for people to have any gun in the world in their pocket. And that is a big mistake in this country. And this judge also said that First Amendment concerns do not apply to whether LaPierre could serve any time soon in the organization. And so he issued the ban. So LaPierre was banned for 10 years. But he did make a major statement that affected the outcome of this trial. LaPierre told the judge that appointing a monitor to oversee the gun rights group's finances would be the equivalent of putting a knife straight through the heart of the organization and twisting it. So LaPierre had a beautiful vision that would upset the world, perhaps. And the judge agreed with him. So there's no monitor on the gun rights organization. So LaPierre won that argument, but he still was banished for 10 years. And his assistant, who also was using NRA funds for his own personal benefit, was only fined $2 million, but he was not banned for any period of time. So he got off easy. So right now there'll be no monitor over the NRA, and it's really unclear what effect this 10-year ban on LaPierre will have. Who's going to be watching to see if he really communicates with the organization or not? And in the closing arguments for the NRA, their attorney, Sarah Rogers, said the group had no plans to rehire LaPierre, even as she described him as a visionary leader who commanded a lot of respect and deference. Well, those things are true, and they're on the table, but who's going to be monitoring whether he talks to people, writes little notes to them? Who knows what he's liable to do? Is he going to just wander off into the desert somewhere? I don't know. I don't know what they have set up to monitor control on this decision, because LaPierre was around for a long, long time, and there's a lot of stuff that is intertwined in the way that organization operates that are things that I am sure that LaPierre put in place and organized. So he's got to pay his fine, and then he can move on. And who knows what this organization is going to be without him. But I would be very happy if they would make some concrete statement about gun ownership and the uses of guns and safety and things like that. But I don't know that that's going to happen. In any event, LaPierre is paying a price that I think is too cheap, getting away lightly just by being removed from the head of the organization. He's old enough to retire now anyhow. So I leave you with that situation this morning. Have a great day. Bye.